Mental telepathy has been a subject of much speculation for many years. Is it possible to know what another person is thinking? Corliss and Dexter are a case the skeptics might observe. Corliss and Dexter are thinking.
Corliss, you know what we could do tonight? We could...
No, let's not, Dexter. We went to the movies last night. We could go over and
No. Besides, I think she went out. Say, maybe we could...
No, my finger's still sore from the last time we went bowling. I guess there's just nothing for us to do.
Well, we could...
If you want to. That ashtray is terribly expensive.
Gosh, Mrs. Archer, I'm sorry, but that guy upset me. And it cost me $1 besides. And if he thinks I believe him, he's crazy. What do you think?
Well, what I think about what?
That Swami. He must think I'm stupid enough to be stupid. You know what he said?
Who said what?
The Swami. I got $1 worth of nothing for $1. He makes with his eyes like this. And then he makes with his head like this. And he makes with his hands like this. He says, "You're going to take a long trip. You're going to get something that you didn't expect. Somebody's going to pay you back money that you've forgotten all about." And the last thing, and the most impossible, he says, "Then you're going to lend somebody money for a very important cause." Imagine me believing seersucker stuff like that.
I'm afraid I don't believe in fortune tellers either. Oh, by the way, Dexter, I'd appreciate it if you'd drive out to Patterson's farm and pick up some vegetables I ordered.
Oh, gosh, Mrs. Archer, I'm sorry, but my car's got the whim-whams or something. You just can't get it to start. It goes to show you, me taking a long trip. I don't even have the what with.
Well, I'll ask Mr. Archer if he'll loan you ours. No, I don't think he would.
What?
Loan Dexter our car to pick up some vegetables I ordered.
Well, why not? It's all right. You can have it, Dexter. Oh. Oh, that's nice.
Holy cow!
I'm going to be optimistic because there must be a reason. Now tell me, quietly, very quietly, why did you yell like that?
Well, you see, Mr. Archer, the first two predictions came true. I'm going to take a long trip, and I got something I didn't expect.
Good. Now I understand nothing.
Well, it wasn't much of a trip, and borrowing Mr. Archer's car isn't too unusual.
Oh, believe me, Mrs. Archer, getting Mr. Archer's car is a miracle.
What are you talking about?
Dexter had his fortune told by Swami.
Yeah, the first two predictions came true already. This guy may be a phony, but I'm beginning to think he's a legitimate phony.
It's ridiculous. No one can foretell the future.
That's what I say, Daddy. But all the kids at school are going down to see him. They think he's wonderful.
Oh, he is wonderful, Corliss. He told me 4 things were going to happen, and 2 of them have come true already.
Oh, don't be silly.
I'm glad Corliss is too intelligent to believe that nonsense.
By the way, Dexter, here's that $1 I owe you. Oh, what a beautiful ashtray.
Holy cow! Well, anyway, the third prediction came true. The Swami said somebody was going to pay me back money that I'd forgotten all about.
He honest to goodness told you that?
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, 3 out of 4. Well, I know the 4th thing will never happen.
What 4th thing?
Well, the Swami said I was going to lend somebody money for a very important cause, and I know that's not going to happen because I'm not going to let it happen.
Dexter, you'd better let me have that $1 back. I'll pay you back next week instead. I need it for a very important cause. Holy cow! That was the 4th prediction. The Swami was right. You gave that money to Corliss.
Holy cow!
Holy cow.
Guess Mr. Archer feels all that hocus pocus is out of focus. He thinks the Swami is balmy and full of salami.
The Swami of Baghdad is but a mere mortal. He cannot foretell the future. However, I will try to find your spirit in the other world. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Think beautiful thoughts, my child. Outer world, the Swami is calling. Outer world, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You sound far, far away. Far, far away.
You seem to have a little trouble coming through. Are you the good spirit who can tell us the future of Corliss Archer?
I am coming closer. I do not hear her voice.
I'm here, right here.
Ah, it is a lovely voice.
What's the matter with my spirit? Sounds like he has the hiccups.
It happens like this sometimes when you are not vibrating properly.
Ah, yes.
How should I vibrate?
Just think lovely thoughts, my child. Think of streams wandering through beautiful woodlands. Think of waterfalls. Water.
Ah, that is much better. Now we are vibrating in tune.
And now, good spirits, this young, pretty girl stands on the threshold of life. What is her future? What do the years ahead hold in store for her? I am going into a trance.
Wonderful life. I see the bright lights of the theater. Broadway. With your name spelled out for the world to see. You will be a great dramatic actress. Your rise will be breathless. You will be internationally famous. Men will fall at your feet. From all over, men will fall at your feet.
Golly, it started to happen already.
Corliss seems to think she's fated to be a femme fatale. Femme fatale. That's French for...
I don't believe it. She wouldn't.
I think you're wrong, Harry. She borrowed the money to see the Swami.
Well, I ought to know my own daughter. She'd never fall for that nonsense.
Well, you know how kids are.
Well, not Corliss. No, she's an intelligent girl. She takes after her father. Dexter, yes, but not my daughter. Never in a million years. I don't want to brag, but I taught her to see the difference between true and the false. Dexter, yes. Corliss, no.
Harry.
No, not Corliss. Not my daughter. Never in a million years.
Harry.
Corliss,
Hello, Pater.
what's the matter with you?
Nothing. I feel wonderful. I was thinking heavenly thoughts. I was communing.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, she did see the Swami.
The Swami said if I thought beautiful thoughts, I would have a beautiful life.
How can you believe that faker's nonsense?
I'm going to be a great actress. Jewels at my feet. Admirers at my neck. Or was it the other way around?
Silly.
Oh, Father, you're the most brilliant man I know, but you're a mere mortal. The good spirit can look into the future. He said I'm going to be the greatest actress there is. World, you're my oyster.
Hear that?
Harry!
Your daughter believes that nonsense.
She's only my daughter when she does something you don't like, Harry.
Great actress. I never heard anything so ridiculous.
Well, don't you think my daughter is talented? She takes after me. You know how successful I was in dramatics in school. Do you remember my Ophelia? Maybe I should have continued my theatrical career. Methinks mine ears have ne'er before beheld such manliness. Wouldst that thou were but mine. Wouldst that I loved once. Wouldst that the bird which singeth now might sing for thee. And
Wouldst that my family had not flippeth its lideth.
Looks like that whole family is going to pot. And if things get any worse, the pot won't have them.
Hi, Corliss.
Hello, Dexter. Dexter.
Yeah?
Dexter, in a few years when I'm beautiful and famous and have forgotten all about you, I'll always remember you. Sorry, Dexter, but it's all over between us. I'll just have to force myself to be happy with that beautiful blonde Apollo the Swami told me about.
Hey, but Corliss, wait!
I'm sorry, Dexter, but there's nothing more we can say. I'm going up to my room now to vibrate.
And now, back to Meet Corliss Archer.
Hello, Dave.
hello, dear.
Dinner ready?
Well, not quite.
Something wrong?
Oh, no, but would you reach up and get me that can?
Well, Janet, you've never had any trouble reaching those cans before.
I know, but would you mind?
Well, sure. It's really very simple. There's no trick to it. You simply raise the arm, thusly, and wrap the fingers of the hand around the can of your choice, thusly.
I knew it. Oh, nothing. Are you all right?
Oh, perfectly, except the 5 toes.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'm awfully late with dinner tonight. Would you mind helping me a little?
Oh, sure. I'm hungry.
Well, good. Well, would you mind putting the roast in the oven?
That roast in that oven?
Yes, please.
But, Janet, you put hundreds of roasts in that oven and bigger ones than that.
Yes, but it's too heavy.
Two. All right.
I knew it.
What did you knew? I mean, no.
Oh, nothing.
Now, you said you knew it. Now, what did you knew? What did you know?
Well, it was just sort of a premonition. It's, go ahead, put it in the oven.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah, there. Now, I better get out of here before I get killed.
Oh, one thing more. Would you mind?
A match. What's that for?
Well, the pilot light went out in the heater.
Oh. The cans, the roast, the heater. What's the matter with you tonight?
Nothing. I feel fine.
Look, the can could have been too high and the roast could have been too heavy. But to light one simple, small, defenseless match. Why tonight of all nights can't you light the heater?
Well, there's no mystery about it. It's perfectly logical. The Swami told me that I should...
You didn't. I don't believe it.
It's just really lark. Well, I mean, I just happened to be passing the place. As long as Corliss and Dexter... Well, I just went in.
And he said...
Well, the good spirit said there were certain things that it was very dangerous for me to do tonight. But tomorrow night will be all right.
Oh, tomorrow night? Oh, Janet. A grown woman, my wife, believing this nonsense.
Oh, well, I didn't believe a word of it. You know me better than that. But I just don't want to take any chances. Swami was wrong. Nothing did happen to me.
Maybe Mrs. Archer was just born under a lucky star. Mr. Archer obviously wasn't. He's about as lucky as the first pork chop on a boarding house table.
We have 15 minutes.
Mr. Archer, you sure this is going to work?
Dexter, I'll stake my bottom dollar that this Swami is a charlatan, and the only way to prove it to Corliss and Mrs. Archer is to expose him.
No, I don't know, Mr. Archer. Maybe this guy can foretell the future. Just look at his eyes.
If he could foretell the future, he wouldn't be living in a dump like this. He'd be a millionaire. Now, what you want... Dexter.
What? Mr. Archer, I don't know. I was just looking in the Swami's eyes, and suddenly I was in the Foreign Legion. It was the only place I could go after Corliss jilted me. There I was, lost in the burning sands of the desert, yet for 15 days without food, except for sandwiches and ice cream. I was thirsty. Thirsty. I'm dying of thirst. I gotta have a drink of water.
Now, Dexter, you don't mean to tell me that you can be hypnotized simply by looking at a man's picture. It's a matter of mind over matter. What you've got to do is control your... Well, come on, we have 10 minutes. Let's find the back door.
I gotta get a drink of water.
That must be the phone.
Who?
The Swami's accomplice. They always have one. Leave everything to me. You work for the Swami?
Well, yes.
How would you like to take a nice long walk? Or would you rather that I talk this over with the district attorney?
I'll take a walk, mister.
There goes your good spirit, Dexter. Just as in the books I was telling you about. Everything is controlled from back here.
Holy cow.
Now, Dexter, you wait here, and if that fella comes back, yell. Mrs. Archer and Corliss will be waiting out front. Dexter, you know, this is my first seance, and I have an idea that it's Mrs. Archer and Corliss's last.
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, all set?
Sure.
Oh, you'll love the Swami, Daddy. He's simply amazing. He's out of this world.
Well, he'll have to show me. I'm from Missouri.
The Swami of Maxwell. If you would please be seated, I will try to contact my friends, the spirits.
Isn't it thrilling, Daddy? Don't do that.
Don't be embarrassed. It could happen to anyone.
Thank you.
And now, let us see what is in store for you in the future.
I'm dying to know, Swami.
Outer world, the Swami is calling you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Outer world, can you hear me? Answer! Answer! I'm having a little trouble contacting the spirits. You must think lovely thoughts. You must cooperate.
Watch out!
You're not thinking beautiful thoughts. The spirits are confused. They will never appear unless you vibrate properly. There. That is better. Now, the spirits are no longer angry. Outer world, the Swami is calling. Can you hear me? Say something.
Now, go on, get out of here.
I cannot understand it. They never behaved like this before. Pay careful attention, spirits. These good people would like to hear you say something. Or do something. They would like something from your proximity. They want to feel your near. Spirits are tormented.
Or someone pressed the wrong button.
Oh, dear!
What's happening?
Victor! Janet! Corliss! Whoa!
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, deceiving people. My husband was right. You are nothing but a charlatan.
Oh, brother. To heck with it. I'm getting out of here.
Corliss, I'm sorry I ruined the seance, but, well, us men just had to prove we were right.
Oh, that's all right, Dex. I love you. I wouldn't have married Apollo anyway.
You wouldn't. Look at him. Big deal. Big fortune teller. Go ahead. See how good you are. Hypnotize me. I dare you.
I'll bet that dance on Saturday night is going to be wonderful. I can hardly wait. I bought a new dress just for you, Dexter.
Oh, Corliss.
Would Apollo be jealous?
Oh, Daddy, you know Dexter's my future.
Say, did you see that new column in the paper? Oh, it's terrific.
What is it?
Yeah, well, it's called a horoscope, see? I was born under the sign of Gemini. I'm twins. Anyway, listen to what it says about me for tomorrow. You are going to meet a red-headed woman who is going to change your life. Beware about money matters or a friend will take your life savings. Now, these horoscopes are supposed to be terrific. I'll bet you it all comes true. Well, you see, they make these bullets.